8:38, Big 550 KTRS. It's Wednesday. We need to check in with Feast Magazine and Kat Neville, publisher of Feast Magazine. Good morning, Kat.
Good morning, McGraw.
I was in Phoenix, and I went to go see Pizza Bianco.
Okay.
And I met Chris Bianco, the James Beard Award winner.
Very nice.
He was there cooking. He came out, took our pictures, and had a nice little time.
How was the pizza?
It was really good.
Because I know you love pizza, but you're partial to New York style, foldable, hand tossed.
I'm partial to Ray's with lots of grease and folded. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Pepperoni.
It was really, 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 really good.
What was the style? Do you remember?
It's the, kind of like, it was that individual pizza, the wood burning, the pick your own deal. It was really, really good.
Awesome.
So those James Beard Award winners know what they're doing.
They win awards for a reason.
Yeah, they really do.
There is a reason.
Yes.
So I asked him about coming to St. Louis, and he said he's working on it. Not I was like, when are you coming to St. Louis? He's like, I'm working on it. Like, he's not working on it. All right, let's get to a couple of restaurants we have from you.
Okay, so the February issue is now out on the streets with a bunch of gorgeous chocolate spread across the cover. I know.
Just delectable.
Jennifer Silverberg took that photo, and what we do in designing, our art director, Lisa Allen, she puts up a bunch of different ideas, and we had a bunch of different things up on the wall, and all of a sudden we saw this picture. We were like, oh, that's the one.
It really caught my eye when I was in Whole Foods.
It's a very good, shocking smear of chocolate.
You just want to eat it.
Yeah.
So in the issue, one of the features that one of the things that we featured in the front of the book section is a distillery in Carbondale called Grand River Spirits. And I wanted to talk about them today. You cannot get their products in Missouri yet because the liquor laws are weird, distribution, whatever. But you can go to O'Fallon, Illinois, and grab their spirits. It's 10 miles from downtown. Okay. And so they are, again, based in Carbondale. They're the first craft distillery in Southern Illinois since Prohibition. And their stuff is really good.
Wow, that's a nice sentence.
Prohibition?
Yeah. Since Prohibition. And so what they're doing is they're really focusing on creating a spirit that is a sip of Southern Illinois. So they are using specifically corn. They do in one of their whiskeys, they do have some, I believe it's rye, but everything else they do white whiskeys. And so that essentially is moonshine. And what they've done is, and it's good.
Put moonshine in our beer.
I thought moonshine was like terrible.
Well, I mean, not if it's made correctly.
Okay.
I mean, the idea of moonshine, again, there are moonshiners. So during Prohibition, people would make clear distilled spirits, meaning that they're unaged. So what makes a spirit brown is the aging process in the barrels. And that also imparts its own flavor. So they're making the unaged white whiskey, also known as moonshine, and they're also making aged whiskeys. And so you can get just the plain, they call it red eye. And so you can get the red eye, the moonshine, white whiskey, but they also are creating these flavors. And so they have people come in, you can go for tours. It's in kind of this really cute red barn, and they are using natural flavors. So rather than all these artificial flavors that a lot of companies use, when they're bottling these spirits, they have one that is an apple pie flavor, one that's like a lemonade, one that's a cinnamon. They also have a cherry where they're actually like working with a Wisconsin cherry farm and getting those cherries and distilling, kind of making a syrup out of it, incorporating that into the moonshine. And I really, when I was there, we shot with them for the next episode of Feast TV. So I had a chance to go down and meet the folks behind the spirit and go and taste it. And they let me taste one of their whiskeys out of the barrel, which a barrel strength whiskey, everything that you drink in the bottle, not everything, you can get barrel strength scotches and whiskeys, but it's very high proof. And so in general, when you buy a whiskey or something like that, it's been cut with water to bring that the proof down. So
So basically you got your drink on.
Yeah, I did. It was great. But it can be really harsh out of the barrel, especially when it's only been in the barrel for a couple of months. But it was so sweet and it was just really smooth, and they really have a beautiful. They double distill everything. So at any rate, I really highly recommend seeking out Grand River Spirits.
So we can get it at any liquor store in Southern Illinois.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the folks listening in Southern Illinois, it is available in your grocery stores. It's available in liquor stores, and it's also available in various bars. But definitely seek it out. It's really high quality stuff. You can also order it from them, and they'll ship it to you.
But it's whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it's Grand River Spirits whiskey.
Yes. And they will eventually be making other things,
Right.
but right now they're focused on the whiskey specifically.
Grand River Spirits.
Yes. So the Grand River is obviously, we live in this river area.
World.
And so it's kind of it's a nod to what this area used to be called.
And haven't heard a lot about anything out of Southern Illinois when
exactly.
it comes to that.
And Carbondale obviously is like 2 hours south.
Right.
I mean, it's near the Shawnee National Forest. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great kind of wine industry down there. Lots of great things are happening in Carbondale, and it's a beautiful part of Southern Illinois. So
I went to SIU.
There you go.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Moving on.
Sorry.
What's number 2?
Number 2 is a brand new and awesome restaurant in the Loop called Soul Q, brought to us by our friends who debuted Soul Taco, which David Choi started out as a taco truck, that Korean taco. And so he then opened up a very small spot on a side street off of Delmar, and he now has moved to 665 Delmar, and which is kind of like across the street from Craft Alliance, essentially.
Okay.
And so not only does he have, so you walk in, and on the right-hand side of the rest of the space is Soul Taco, and on the left-hand side is Soul Q, and Soul Q is Korean barbecue, which is really fun and unique and delicious. And I remember the first time I had Korean barbecue was at Soul Garden in St. Anne when I was like 22 years old, and I was like, this is amazing. So you can choose 2 different tables, essentially. One is the Korean barbecue, where you have this griddle where you can cook your own meats. The meat comes out raw and you cook it yourself to your liking. Or you can choose the hot pot table, where they have all these different hot pots. And so the next time I go, I didn't get to sit on the hot pot side. I sat on the barbecue side. So you sit down and they turn your grill on, and then there are these 3 indentations around the grill where like heat is conducted from the flame underneath. And they put in an omelet, a Korean style omelet, some kimchi that gets heated up, and then onions and garlic and jalapenos that also kind of get heated up. And then they bring out all this banchan, which are these little Korean snacks, for lack of a better term, but these little nibbly bits that help to play off of the flavors in the barbecue. So it's things like bean sprouts with sesame oil, and little potato croquettes, and radishes, raw radishes that have been cubed and tossed and lightly pickled in a chili sauce. So things are cold and hot and very intensely flavored, and also very mildly flavored but crunchy. Lots of different flavors and textures, which is what makes this so much fun. And so then you can pick what kind of meat you'd like to grill. So it can be everything from like a flap steak to short ribs. There's pork belly, all of this kind of stuff. And then what you do is you grill everything, you wrap it up in lettuce, and then you can put all these different sauces. There's the Korean. Why are you making a face?
I'm not making a face. I'm trying to. I was waiting for you to pause so I could ask the
I'm just
question.
like, blah, blah, blah.
No. What makes it Korean barbecue? That's kind of confusing.
The style. So it's the style. So what is American barbecue, right? I mean, the idea
is it the sauce? Is it the?
It's the style of cooking it. So the meat comes out very thinly sliced.
Okay.
And you cook it in a particular way.
Okay.
And then it is the spicing, and then all of the accompaniments, and the way that you eat it.
Okay.
And so it's not barbecue in an American sense, where it's low and slow over.
Right. It's not smoked or anything like that.
Exactly. But it's cooked meat. But I have to say, there is a Pappy's infused barbecue sauce, but Korean style barbecue sauce that's made with Pappy's. That
so Pappy's has gone international now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. I think that honestly, I think that the guys over at Pappy's are probably really good friends with David, and so it's really awesome. So there are 3 different kind of like barbecue sauces. One is the Korean style kind of thick paste barbecue, kind of a chili sauce that's wonderful. It's sweet and hot. Then there's the Pappy's, and then there's kind of like this sesame seed, oil, salt, and pepper. It's good. I love it.
It's called Soul Q.
Soul Q.
How do you spell soul?
How do you spell soul?
S-O-U-L?
No, like as in Seoul, Korea, the city.
Okay, I thought it was like a sole of your shoe or something,
No.
or the soul of your human.
It speaks to my soul. I got to tell you, I love this kind of food. It is delicious, and they have Korean spirits, like Korean style vodka, on the menu where they have all their cocktails are made with it, and there's this really interesting. Korean rice wine in what looks like a Sprite bottle, and I loved it. The people I was with, they were like, I don't like it so much, but I loved it, and it's kind of slightly carbonated and sweet. So if you like unfiltered sake, this is something that you would actually really like.
Soul Q, 665 Del Mar.
Fun stuff.
And then Grand River Spirits, the
Yes.
first whiskey made in Southern Illinois since 1920.
That's what they
Wow.
say. That they're the first craft distillery.
How about that? All
There
right.
are, I want to say, caveat, there are other distilleries on the Illinois side for sure.
Right.
But Grand River is saying that they were the first ones that came about since Prohibition.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. What's going on with FeastCom?
What is not going on with
new-
FeastCom?
New monthly magazines out, food
Yes.
newsstands everywhere.
Absolutely. So Feast TV will air this Saturday
Perfect.
at 2 p.m. on our beloved Channel 9, our
Right.
PBS affiliate.
Yes.
And so please tune in. We go to Side Project Brewing, which we've talked about before. Talked to Corey King, where he and his wife Karen King run Side Project Cellar. We go to Grand River Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading north of Kansas City to go to Chateau Milk Company, which is an artisan dairy, and their story is really, really interesting. And we just lots of really, and then we're also going to an elk ranch.
Where is that?
Elk ranch.
That is.
We can talk about it next week.
Okay.
And
We're
that,
out of time.
And that is right before the This Old House Hour of Power.
That's right.
You got it. That's a great Saturday for me. I've got it all shaping up. Feast TV and This Old House. Feastmagazine.com. Kat, thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
Dyna Green and Dyna Green Info is a local company based here in St. Louis that creates fertilizer that is just for you. What do I mean by that?